Hello folks, welcome back to What? Are you kidding me? You know, today I thought we'd kick it a little comical way, and something that's been extremely comical to me lately in the news is my boy. I'm a big, huge fan of boxing, MMA, the Mayweather situation that's happening in Vegas. The other day a judge agreed to postpone his 90-day jail stint so he could train for boxing. So let's forget about the beating of the woman, domestic violence. Let's just forget about it, which he already had in 2002. A domestic violence case, who was 6 months suspended sentence. He had to do 2 days house arrest though, and that's bad. That's bad, because I've seen his house before on Cribs. Now, I don't know if he lived there, but if he had to do 2 days house arrest in that house, I would honestly ask the courts if I could do a 2-year house arrest sentence in that house, because there's enough to do probably for 5 years. That house is absolutely stunning. So 2 years, wow, boy, are you guys insulting yourself out there in the West Coast area. You know, but anyway, so let's just, I couldn't imagine being in that courtroom and being that woman who was supposedly beaten in front of her children, knowing, well, you know, it gives a good economic boost to Nevada. And well, what's it say here? It says that this fight, they're projected, the May 5th fight may bring in more than $100 million. So that's important. And that's from, you know, the lawyer suggesting it. Now, an educated man is saying this is simply a delay because of prior commitments and contracts. We all have prior commitments. But if you break the law before those commitments, there's consequences. There's prices you got to pay. I got to cook dinner for my wife tonight by 6 o'clock. But if I go out right now and decide to beat the shit out of somebody, well, I'm probably going to be in lockup. And I really don't think if I say to the police department, listen, I got to be home by 6 o'clock to cook, I don't think he's going to have too much sympathy for me. My wife will be angry, but there's got to be consequences here. And I read about what some of these athletes, some of these actors and actresses and singers, what they get away with. It is just absolutely insane. And it's so easily justifiable for the average person when we go out to bars and pubs or gatherings, when we say there's no law for these people. It's the rich get away with anything they want, and that's our fight. We have reason to believe. We have, again, we're not talking about a model citizen who's never had problems with the law before. Okay, I'm not mentioning anything about maybe poking a security guard in the face. What I'm saying is we are talking about a repeated offender. I just couldn't imagine being that woman knowing, we're going to push it aside because he's got to fight. That's important. What's important is having these people pay their legal due, pay for their crimes, so they won't do it again. And, you know, hey, if it's postponing your fight, then it's postponing your fight. We might have to wait 90 days more. You gotta have consequences for actions. I can't believe this justice out there, this person in Vegas who said, well, we'll let it go for 90 days. I'll grant you that. That's insane. If an average Joe did that, he'd be in jail for 2 years, never mind the 90 days. Come on. What? Are you kidding me?